y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, the Hippie Fairy, aka Ebony Nate, aka Tina Lewinsky, aka call me what you want, but don't call me a hoe. If you're just joining me, welcome back. This is really kind of like the main launch video of my channel, so kind of, sort of. Just a little bit. This is when I'm supposed to be more consistent. So if you're just joining me, hit that like button, subscribe, and follow me on IG at the.hippie.fairy. It's also right there on your screen because I'm going to put it up there. So follow me there. On this channel, I will be talking about mental health, femininity. And when I'm talking about femininity, I'm talking about femininity for the soul, okay? Femininity for the soul. We can talk about beauty stuff, but that's not really my thing. We're going to talk about the divine femininity on the inside. What does it take to be feminine on the inside? That's what we're going to talk about. And then we're also going to talk about spirituality because y'all know me, astrology because duh, and all my random hippie adventures. Everybody likes a good adventure, including me. Sorry, I have ADHD, so I have to look at my notes to stay focused. Otherwise, I will go on a tangent. So these are my notes. Okay. Oh, so I'm supposed to be bringing y'all more content. Here's the problem with that. One, Mercury is in retrograde, and you should probably never really put out content during Mercury in retrograde. Two, I'm fucking moving, bitches, again. Time for me to move again. One thing about me, I'm gonna leave, baby. When that lease is up, she gotta go. And I have been in California for, I want to say almost, not a year and a half. A year and like some months. Let me see. My lease is up mid-November. And I got here on August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. Well, August to August is 1 year. I don't even know why I did that. 12. September is 13. October is 14. Okay, like a year and 2 months. I've been in Cali for a little over a year. And I hate San Diego. It's stupid. I hate it for multiple reasons. Maybe I'll drop 5 reasons why I fucking hate San Diego. But I really hate San Diego. Cali is super cool, but San Diego is a fucking dub. Don't move here. So I'm moving. Mercury's in retrograde, and I also work full time. And sometimes I do part time shit to make some extra money. So I don't really have time to bring y'all footage right now. Not new YouTube footage for real. I'm going to try to be a little more consistent on my IG. But for right now, I don't have time to bring y'all anything. So I'm going to repurpose a lot of old footage. The problem with that is a lot of my old footage also got deleted. I have been recording videos since I moved here in August. And when I went to like edit a video last night, I realized that like all of my videos before Christmas were gone. And I'm very disturbed because I had a horrible first date on Thanksgiving that I was going to show y'all. It was a real cute little video and it was a hilarious story, but I don't know where that video's at. And then me and my best friend got our titties pierced. I was going to show y'all that too, but I don't know where that video's at. So I'm going to be hopping back and forth between up-to-date content and kind of like old content, so just bear with me and rock with me. It'll be a variety of different content, so if you like it, again, hit that like button. It's right there. Help a sister out, help a black girl out. Just hit that little fucking like button right there. So yeah, in the meantime though, while I am editing all of that old footage and trying to figure out how I want to give it to y'all, I thought we'd talk about retrograde for a little bit. Yeah. I don't know if I've already said this, but I'm going to try to keep these videos to like 15 to 20 minutes in length just because I don't think y'all want to hear me talk for that long and I don't think I'm that important. So I'm going to try to keep like the talking videos of me short, but I go on a tangent. And one thing about me, I like to talk. One thing about me, I like to talk. So, we'll see what happens. Today, though, okay, let me see. Let me look at my notes and make sure I did everything. Bringing y'all more content. Well, I'm moving back to the East Coast temporarily. So, if you're my friend and you live on the East Coast and you're watching this video, catch me before February, because I'll be in the East Coast basically for the holidays, November, December, and January. By January 31st, baby, I'm gone again. Your girl's gone. You know, I don't like to stay stagnant. I hate staying stagnant, so I'm going to leave again. I'll be gone by February. But me and my BFF are going to drive from Cali all the way back to the East Coast, and I'm going to record then, so you guys can like join us, ride with us from Cali to the East Coast. We're going to stop a couple of places. We're stopping in Arizona, New Mexico, Texas. We might stop in Louisiana, and we're going to stop in Alabama. I know you're like, why the fuck you stopping in Alabama? But it's a lot of black culture in Alabama, so we're going to check out the black culture. So, yeah, follow me. Okay, let's talk about some real shit, though. I want to talk about Mercury in retrograde because, honestly, y'all, this retrograde was not bad for me. And I realized it wasn't bad for me because, for once, I have learned my lesson. I am in alignment. Like, literally, I'm in alignment. And it honestly feels good to be here. If you haven't seen I guess it was like my first really coming out video about mental health, and yeah, I did a big mental health National Suicide Awareness Day video. I swear to God, ever since I put out that video, like blessings have been falling out the sky. I'm really walking in alignment. I'm walking in alignment with my career. I'm walking in alignment with the romance department. And yeah, the only thing that I'm not 100% in alignment right now, I don't even know if I should tell y'all this because I don't want nobody to throw me no evil eye, but there's one more thing I'm not in alignment with. And that's the only thing that like threw me for a loop and had me going like, what the fuck, retrograde? But now that I know what it is, I'm going to be able to fix it. So the next retrograde, I'll have things, you know, kind of in place and figured out. So with that being said, I want to talk about retrograde real quick. I am an astro bitch. I've been studying astrology for like 2 years now. 2019, 2021. I guess going on 3 years now, depending on how you look at it. 2 years. 2022 will be 3 years. I started studying astrology when I started to study astrology when I was studying astrology when I was still in Charlotte. And I was in Charlotte in 2018. Yeah. Anyways, I started studying astrology. I've been studying astrology for like 2 years. Retrogrades get a bad rep. I used to hate retrogrades. I really did. But retrogrades, hold on. So I'm going to try to explain what retrograde basically is. I want to explain this. Let me think. Damn, how do I want to explain this shit? I'm not good at explaining stuff, y'all. This is why it's really hard for me to like do astro content, because like I can understand it, but it's really hard for me to teach it back to someone. Which maybe that means I don't know it as well as I do. They say if you can't teach it back to somebody, then you're not that smart in it. So I guess this would be good practice. Ooh, right palm itching as I said that. This might be the way to get me some money. Basically, retrograde is when a planet goes in the reverse direction. What does that mean, though? Why do I care about a planet going in the reverse direction? I guess the best way to explain this is, so how do I want to explain this? I don't know. Fuck it. I'm going to try to explain Mercury in retrograde later. I'm going to tell y'all, how do I want to do this? Okay. I'm going to explain Mercury in retrograde in layman terms. I'm not going to go that deep. If you want to go that deep and you want like a thorough analysis of what the planets are doing and what that means for the fucking planets, I can point you to some resources, or maybe I can do a video about that later. But I'm going to talk about how Mercury in retrograde relates to you, okay? Like, relates to you, and I'm going to put it in layman terms. Basically, Mercury in retrograde gets a bad rep. And people think, oh, Mercury's in retrograde, like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Shit is weird. My life is on fire. Ah! Okay, that's the case sometimes, but not all the time. I feel like retrograde only really fucks us up when we're not in alignment. Here's why. I like to think of Mercury retrograde as kind of like a teacher, or like that's really what it is. I feel like, so they always say that, I don't know if y'all have ever heard of the saying, but it goes like, life will keep teaching you the same lesson until you learn it. That's kind of what Mercury in retrograde is. Think of Mercury in retrograde as like a teacher of life, and you got to pass the test. It's the like there are 4 exams. There are 4 quarters in a school year, right? Sometimes we get, how many retrogrades did we have this year? How many retrogrades did we have this year? Like 2 or 3? 2 or 3? Most of the time, I want to say there's at least like 2 retrogrades a year. I think I've seen like 3 retrogrades a year, but there's at least like 2. Well, Mercury being in retrograde. Hold on. Mercury in retrograde. Hold on, wait. Let's start this all over. This is going to be really hard. Okay, y'all, this is going to be really hard. I am really trying to figure out how to explain to y'all Mercury in retrograde. God damn. Oh, I didn't put my Mars up here. Okay. Mercury is the planet of communication, okay? Is that the planet? Yeah, it's the planet of communication, basically. So whenever it goes retrograde, anything communication-wise is going to get fucked up. Text messages won't be sent. Cars, you got to drive to meet people. They can go haywire. Technology, anything technology, emails, phone conversations, like anything. Mercury is just the planet of communication, basically. And yeah. Actually, I don't even know if I need to say that. I really don't know how I'm going to explain Mercury retrograde to y'all. Why is this so hard to do? We're really going to have to come back to the planets and exactly what Mercury in retrograde is, because I don't know how to explain to y'all like what the planets are doing. I just know it's doing it. I just know that Mercury is in Venus and right now it's going to reverse. I don't know how to explain that to y'all brains. It's like when you can understand a foreign language but you can't say it back. That's how I am with astrology. I can thoroughly look at shit and process that in my head, but when I try to teach it to people, I get tongue-tied and I don't know how to explain things to people. So I'm going to try. This is me trying, because a lot of people have been asking me to do this, so I'm going to try. Anyways, right now Mercury is finally about to go direct. It's been retrograde for like a couple weeks. Everybody's life has been haywire, blah, 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 blah. Here's why. If you are not in alignment, if you are not learning the lessons that life is trying to teach you, whoever you believe in, Jesus, Allah, the universe, if you are not actively learning the lessons that they are throwing at you, then you are going to have a fucked up Mercury in retrograde. I used to be one of those people. Honestly, every time Mercury went in retrograde, my life was a shambles, okay? And this is the first retrograde I have had in a long time where I felt like life was fine. Honestly, there weren't any direct changes. I mean, life was really fine for once. And again, it's because I've been walking in alignment. I've been making some very big decisions when it comes to my career. I've been making very big decisions when it comes to my love life. I've been making very big decisions when it comes to my friends. I've been making very big decisions when it comes to my family. So this retrograde has pretty much been smooth sailing. Again, there is only one thing that kind of threw me off this retrograde, but that's because I wasn't in alignment with it. So I'm going to work on that when Venus goes retrograde and the next Mercury in retrograde next year. But I think I'll be pretty okay with that. So anyways, I like to think of retrograde as kind of like a teacher. I guess that's what I want to say. Have y'all ever heard of that saying, life will continue to teach you the same lessons until you learn it? That's how I feel about retrograde. I feel like retrograde is like a teacher. We're in high school. It's the end of the semester, and now Miss Mercury is asking us to take the final exam. Okay, I done taught you the entire semester. I've done given you trials and trials the final semester. I mean, the entire semester. What are you going to do, Hippie Fairy? What are you going to do, Ebony Nate? Are you going to learn that lesson? Now, if you fail, that's when your retrograde going to be all in shambles. Are you listening to the universe? Are you listening to spirits? Are you listening to your intuition telling you what to do and what not to do? Because if you're not, then yes, your retrograde is going to be in shambles. But if you are in alignment, I do not think retrograde will be that bad at all. Not even just a little bit. Also, Mercury is in Libra right now, or it was in Libra. So this retrograde was really about partnerships and like, yeah, I want to say partnerships. Yeah, just partnerships of all kinds. I'm not just talking about romantic. I'm talking about and partnerships and relationships. So I'm talking about like business partnerships, friendships, romantic partners, like literally any type of partnership that you can think of. Careers can be like you and, oh shit, damn. Yes, career too. You are in a partnership with your job. Piccolo, do not go in there. Anyways, partnership with businesses, partnerships with everything. So if this past retrograde, you've been like rethinking your career, rethinking your friends, rethinking your boundaries with your family members, thinking about breaking up with your boyfriend, girlfriend, partner, whatever you want to call them, then honestly, you might not be in alignment as you think you are. And you need to ask yourself some serious questions. Libra is also the sign of like justice and balance, you know, the double scales. Every Libra I know always wants peace, okay? Every Libra I know is always trying to like make people kumbaya and get along. Libras are very good at playing devil's advocate and looking at both sides. So this retrograde has very much been about like looking at partnerships from a 360 view and trying to figure out what truly serves you and what doesn't serve you. You know what I mean? Or like, yeah, what serves you and what doesn't serve you. Libra, this Mercury in Libra is really coming back in to just be like, okay, bitch, is that what we really want to do? Is that what you really want to do? Do you think that's the best decision for you? Do you think that is the best decision for the highest good of your destiny? That's what this retrograde was about. And baby, I've been in alignment, so I ain't have no problems with it. And I'm very excited about that. That's the best way I can explain retrograde. I can break down the planets for y'all later, but that's the best way I can explain this retrograde. Yeah, so I really hope y'all were in alignment. Again, if anything came to an end, if anything was disgruntled this retrograde for you, hold on, let me rewind. Okay. Okay. If anything was disgruntled for you this retrograde, then just rethink about what you really want to do, honestly. That's what I would do. That's what everybody should do, honestly. Wait. Hold on, let me redo this. Okay. If this retrograde, if anything was disgruntled for you, this retrograde, you need to sit down and have a serious conversation with yourself. And you should ask yourself if that was really for you and like for your best interest in the long term. I wouldn't think about like short term. I feel like short term, that's the problem with retrogrades and lessons. Or not even fucking retrogrades. That's the problems with lessons. I feel like too often, because so I like to call what we're in the 3D. Like, I like to call this dimension. People gonna probably like dimension, but yes, I like to call like Earth the 3D. We're in the 3D, okay? This is the third dimension. But our higher selves, our spirits, heaven, you know, like Jesus, Allah, whoever you believe in, when we ascend to a higher place, once we leave this body, I feel like we go into the 5D, the spirit realm. Yeah, and so with that being said, I feel like a lot of lessons, we don't really learn them because we're too caught up in the short term and thinking about like, because in the 3D, it's so easy to get caught up in the short term. It's easy to get caught up in material things, like instant gratification, quick money, like all of those things, like quick relationships. Like in the 3D, we want it now. Like we gotta have it right now. But in the 5D, like time is so minuscule, and like what is a now? Like I just feel like in the 5D, a now is like 500 hours, a whole year. Like, so I feel like if you're not learning lessons, it's because you're too caught up in the 3D, and you need to take a step back and think about what is in your best interest in the long run. What is in the best interest for my higher self? What is in the best interest for my future lineage? You know, you got to think like that. And I feel like when you start thinking like that, it'll make you reevaluate the things that you're accepting into your life. Again, Libra is the scale of justice. Libra wants peace. Libra wants balance. If we are accepting toxicity in our life, then retrograde would have been all blue, because that's not what fucking Libras want. Libra don't like that shit. I know people think Libras like that shit, but Libras don't like that shit. Trust me, I'm a Libra, so I know. No, but yeah, so okay, yeah, that's pretty much it for my retrograde. I hope you were in alignment. I was. I really hope y'all were too. I wanted to do a video about the big 5. Matter of fact, yes, I'm going to do a separate video on this, because after trying to explain what the fuck Mercury and retrograde was, it might take me a long time to describe this. So that's what my next video might be about. I'm going to do a video on your big 5. Actually, I'm going to do a whole bunch of I'm going to do like a little mini series of astro. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a mini astrological series, mini astro series on the basics of astro. I feel like a lot of people are on the basics right now, which is cool. But I'm diving deep. I be like looking at natal charts for hours. Like I can literally research a chart for hours. But no, I'm gonna teach y'all. I'm gonna do a video on the big 5 so that y'all can get I'm gonna put in layman terms what your big 5 are. That's sun, moon, rising, and I like to do Mercury and Venus. Some people like to include their Mars and Venus in their big 5, but I do Mercury. I think those are like the most important aspects of a natal chart, because I think those big 5 really make you who you are, your personality. And I feel like a lot of people don't really believe in astrology because they're too focused on their sun sign. But we're so much more than our ego. The sun is all about ego, your outer self. That's why I don't really identify with my Libra sign as much. I'm actually very shy. I hate being in the spotlight. I only like to talk to people I know. Like, so on the outside, people will see me and be like, oh, it's a Libra. She's so cute. She bougie. She stuck up. No, bitch. I'm crying on the inside and I'm probably terrified. And I probably don't even think I look that cute today. So I'm going to do a breakdown of the Big Five and what that means. Because your Big Five can say a lot about you. And if you know your Big Five and your partner's Big Five, then we do synastry charts, and that's a whole nother game. Maybe I'll do a synastry chart video too. So yeah, there'll be a couple of little astro videos coming on my page, but we're gonna start with this for now. So yeah, I'm rambling now. That's all I got. I really was gonna break down the Big Five, but it's too complex, and I need notes first. It's too complex for me to do in 30 minutes. So I'll work on that another day. But I got y'all. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you want to see more videos. What you want to see videos of. But we starting with Astro first. Can't wait to bring y'all more stuff. Until next time. Holla at your girl.